Looks like he's gone deep, he's gone very deep. That's locked up there. That's going to allow me to sneak up the inside. Although he's run deep again, he's off the track again. Hello everyone, welcome to the AOR Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So then you will have seen yesterday, I managed to smash it on pole, didn't I? And one of the laps of my league racing career. Really was a good lap, and hoping for a solid result this race as well. Feel like we've got the pace, and here we are then. That's the brief look at the strategy. Option, prime, 4, 12 and 20, pretty standard stuff. And again, I have practiced a bit more for this one, so hoping for a better result. And a bit of a point to prove this race. I, of course, got beaten by Marco last race, and that's 1 point to prove. But the main point to prove last season, hopefully you remember if you watched me back then, that I came second in the race to Ownage, but I was a long way back, 14 seconds back. Yeah, qualified me by 4 tenths, and I was adamant I had a glitch, but no one would believe me. So this is my chance to redeem myself. But anyway, we're on the start now, straight away, full revs, and looks like Fat First on the left-hand side. They've got a slightly better start than me, so looks like he's alongside me, using a bit of curse there, but he's well alongside me, so I have to do plenty of room, and he's actually ahead of me there effectively. I'm not having any of that hard on the throttle there, and managed to get past him. And is that move done? Yes, it is. So wasn't having any of that, and just absolutely booted the throttle. Got lots of oversteer, but it worked beautifully, and I managed to stay ahead. So now to try and work and see, push hard, sorry, and see if I can get a bit of a gap to him. That'll be good. So we need a nice clean opening lap. And you see them there, 2 Red Bulls, very close behind. You see me there, very good exit. Let's concentrate on that exit. It was important I got a good one there. I had a bit of curves left, but I needed a good exit, otherwise he'd be straight back past me down this straight. There's a little bit of a gap there, so I think I should be okay. Maybe over 300 kilometers an hour. Very, very quick down this straight. And a nice big gap to Fat First behind there, so no problems. Just about to get it slowed down for that one. A little tiny bit deep, but that's okay. Still get used to this car on full fuel, of course. Very heavy. And actually, this is my first video I've ever edited in 60 FPS. And would you believe I was editing in 30 FPS beforehand? Just a Premiere Pro default that I've never really looked too much into. I knew it was 30 FPS, but I've never really bothered to look into it too much. And decided to look into it today. Figured it all out, 60 FPS, and well, it looks a lot smoother in the preview I'm watching to commentate this. And I'm going to run a couple of tests to make sure it's going to be at least as good as it has been previously for you guys, but hopefully it'll be a little bit better, particularly on mobile. So hopefully, well, the difference I'm hoping for, I've not run any tests yet. The difference I'm hoping for is it'll be slightly more defined, so it'll look a bit more defined, the video. And of course, there won't be any stutters or lag or anything like that. That's the hope. Do let me know if it's any different at all, if you can notice it at all. But certainly a little bit better for editing anyway, running in 60 FPS. But anyway, just about a second to Fat First now, so a little bit of a gap, but not a lot. A bit wide off the track, even wider there by the looks of it. So still just pushing, not too hard, but I do want to get a bit of a gap. Don't want them getting DRS, don't want them getting too close. It looks like the 2 first have pulled away from the rest of the field as well. And we'll show you the complete opening 2 laps of this race, which I don't normally do. And yep, over the second now, so another couple of tenths in that first sector. So we're going to keep pushing. And I find this middle sector I'm very, very strong at, because it's all about stop-start really. These first little twisty bits, but I'm good at low-speed stuff as well, and that's what that last bit was. I'm good at curbs, low speed and stop-start. That's my speciality, and that's exactly what this middle sector contains. Lots and lots of big stops. There's one big stop, and we don't really get the next one in the next sector. And that corner there, you've got to be very careful on throttle. Otherwise you get lots of wheel spin like I kept doing in quali yesterday. But go to Rich as well, just to make sure I can get a bit of a gap to the cars behind. And looks like we've got a nice big gap now. Just to hold together this final sector. And we have a nice gap yet, 2 seconds already. And looks like someone's taken out that bollard, which is nice of them. So I can now take a lot more curb there. I didn't want to do it myself, so I let someone else do it for me. So 2 seconds already then. That's a promising start, as I said. Quite a lot of confidence coming to this race. This is a track I very much enjoy. A track I've practiced a lot on this season. 3 or 4 hours worth. So, like I said, hoping for a really, really solid result. And it's going well so far. Now we're just starting to settle into the rhythm. And I'm cutting that smallest extend you'll ever see. Don't give me a warning, it's a bit of a dodgy last corner, that one. Don't see the corner about that. So there we have it then. That's the second lap, and we skip straight to the pit stop at lap 5. Not a lot happened. You see the Red Bull just coming to pits there. Nice big gap, just kept building that gap. 10th by 10th. Sector by sector. And you see that. So that should be David who's gone through into P1, is it? And there's another car coming around now. I'm not sure if it's B David. Would that make sense? Maybe it is. Must be, I guess. But anyway, it's Mini back just ahead. And who's that just behind F1 DJ? Just about to be behind me, which is nice. And someone, a Mercedes behind him as well, so I'm glad I just about managed to come out ahead of that battle. And skip to the end of that lap then. We managed to close right up in Mini Black. So just 6 tenths between us now. And he is, of course, as he usually does, starts on primes. Stuck in the curb there. Didn't let it affect me too much though. And so these tyres will be 6 laps old and mine are brand new, so I should be relatively easy pickings. And look inside there. So we're taking a little bit of an adjustment there to try and not cut the corner. Constantly making little adjustments like that. A little bit deep there, but that should enable me to get a good exit, and it will indeed. Look at that. Not even really use any curves. I'm use a little bit now just to stick nice and close to him. And I'm going to use about 10-15% of my curves, barely anything at all. DRS now as well, and that should be a nice easy move. Job done. He's lost a bit of his wing as well. And there we go then. I'm going to pull it back over on him, give him a bit of gap, which is managed to break a bit later than me, so good job I did. And managed to all slow down nicely there though. And lots of curves used down the next straight. So we will get DRS, but that'll be anywhere near. No, it's going to be miles back from me. So that's that move done then. Back into the lead of the race. After, I think it's B David pitted. And that last lap. And skip once again straight ahead to the pit stop. Nothing happened again, unfortunately. So, here we go. New set of primes. I'm going to stop again. Oh, it was a salvage just ahead of me, but shouldn't be an issue, hopefully. Here's a lap car, so hopefully we'll get out of my way. Nice clear track other than him. Look at that on the mini-map. Big gap, 15 seconds going into that. To Fat First, who I believe was in the pits. He goes right off the track there. Not sure that was that Kramer, maybe. I think it was Kramer. Fair play to him to get him right out of the way there. And once again, we skip straight to the pit stop. But don't get frustrated. I'm now going to show you the next 2 or 3 full laps. So it's going to be something to watch. I just thought it was a little bit pointless just watching me build the gap there. And thread the car between these curbs. But we will now watch. And like I said, point to prove. So I've had a good race up until now, and the win looks very much on, doesn't it? 20 seconds now to Fat First, so I feel pretty comfortable for the win now. You know, and I'm pretty confident when it comes to curbs. I'm quite confident I'm not going to get thrown into the barrier, and even if I do, I've now got enough of a gap to be able to pit and still come out ahead of them, so not really an issue. But now I want to push. So, like I said, point to prove. Last season, I was adamant I had a glitch because I was doing well in practice, and when it came to the actual league, suddenly all my pace went away, and I felt quick, it just wasn't going quickly, and I still don't know to this day exactly what that glitch was, but I still do believe that there is a glitch. Now, like I said, I wanted to prove it this season. I wanted to make up for that and prove that actually it was a glitch, it wasn't me, because I had a perfect record up on Abu Dhabi up until that point. And it's a very strong track for me, so I didn't like losing there, to be honest with you, especially to what I felt was a glitch. So, we've already beaten my quali time by half a second. That was yesterday. And well, my best in the race last season was a 1 minute 40.1, which was a whole second slower than Oge's best. Now I believe I'm using the same strategy, and I've already got that fastest time. Well, more or less matched it, haven't I there? Look, 40.1. So, but Oge just did a 39.1. So I want to shave a second off that if I can, which is why on the right hand side there, plus 2 laps of fuel. I've actually been in lean, and I've saved a nice lot of fuel, because this is when I want to push. I don't want to prove a point. I want to get some fastest laps. 15 seconds it is to Jack First, actually. But now I want to push. And here we are, rich mixture. It's going to be 2 or 3 laps now. I've rich mixed it. Let's see if I can prove it. Oh, very wide there, caught in the curb. Actually, even saved some curves for that line, like a quali lap. And here we go then. So let's push. First corner. That was nice through that. That was very nice through that. That's probably even better than my quali lap through there, to be honest. You do want to clip that curb like I did. Coming on the first sector, a little bit wide there, but not really an issue. And already purple, fastest of anyone. A little bit deep there. It's going to compromise into the second part, which it did indeed. Nice hairpin there. Pretty decent exit. It's looking like a good lap. I can match Oge's 39.1 from last season is another thing. And Marco's on a 39.3, so I'll need to beat that to have the purple lap of this race. 16 seconds already to Jack First. We're getting a second in that first sector alone. Oh, big cut there though. Paid for it on the exit. Car was unbalanced when I tried to get on the throttle. Was a bit overseer. 39.1 from B. David then, so he is very fast. I already knew that, so decent time from him there. So that is now my target. And also, I've got a point to prove to the rest of the field, to be honest. Not purple anymore. Got a point to prove to the rest of the field. You know, when I'm this far in front, so it's quite easy to think, yeah, that's just because he's had a nice, easy, clean race and I've been in traffic. Well, the purple times that you get at the top of your screen, there's nothing like those to completely just destroy that thought. And to realise that actually, no, that guy is winning because he's just playing faster. And I do quite like doing that, having the purple time at the top there to show the rest of the field, actually, this is why I won. Not just because I'm having a clean race, it's actually because I'm very fast as well. It is quite a nice feeling to have that. So hoping to get that on this first lap. It's a pretty decent final sector, actually. Pretty on it. So hopefully it will be. Let's have a look. It's a 39.103, so that just pips Onage's last lap, but that's not good enough. I'm going to keep pushing. Got another lap of Rich. Got probably another 2 laps of Rich. So we're going to keep pushing it. That was purple, so that will come up at the top. Any second now, there it is. Whole field can see. And I can tell you, even though this has been a relatively boring race to watch, hence the big edits, but slightly down first sector there. But it's not a boring race to race. I like I said, I enjoy this track, so that's a big bonus. But it's personally for me, I quite like dominating. I'm sure it'll get boring after a while, but you know, having such a close race with Marco last race, who's down the field, we'll have a look at his result at the end. And then to come to the very next race, practice a lot more, and then just dominate it. It's a really good feeling. It's just you know, prove to yourself that actually you have got the pace, and you can do it. And it's such a great feeling to dominate a race, especially as you know the competition's so good. I mean, I only just pit pole yesterday. You know, this is strong competition I'm racing against. This isn't nobody's. You know, Marco is still in the field and 3/10 up middle sector. So it's looking good to beat Onage's last season's fastest lap time. And so I don't, when I'm out in the lead, I only just said before, he can get a bit bored and sometimes lose concentration. But that's not it. It's like I said yesterday, qualifying I enjoy driving fast. I don't just enjoy racing. Yeah, the racing's obviously fun, but I enjoy driving fast. That's what I enjoy, as well as the racing. So even though I've not seen a car for quite a few laps, it's definitely enjoyable. And it's been a pretty solid final sector, so this should hopefully be even faster. I've pretty much nailed these corners once again. You can tell, can't you? You can just tell when I've practiced a lot. So I'm just hooking up these apexes time after time after time. And there we go, a 38.6. Smashed Onage's last season's fastest lap by half a second. I've even got some more Rich using his final lap. But tyres will be 2-1, so you do anything about it. As evidenced by that oversteer there. And still managed to 40.3 there. So there we go then. So providing now, I'm still pushing because my race time, I want to compare that as well to last season. So I've already beaten the fastest lap time. And I didn't know this at the time. I didn't look up the lap time before the race or anything. I pushed to beat that. I just pushed to get a good time. And I plan to look at it after the race. And that was a sweet line through there. That was a perfect line through there. Still a little bit of oversteer on the exit because the rears are so worn. But that was a nice line. And look at this sky. Beautiful. And I was going to say that's something Code Masters does well. But in all honesty, I don't think it's that much of a difficult thing to do. Just to change the colour of the sky. Over the course of 28 laps. It's probably, I can't imagine that's too much of a difficult thing to do, to be honest. I expect the handling model or the AI is a billion times more difficult, but it still looks very pretty nonetheless, doesn't it? I actually almost got a 24-second gap to Jack first, and that will be my motivator throughout the race. Usually I use the gaps as a motivator, so I'll look at that and I'll say, right, I want that to be over 24 seconds before the end, and that will keep me pushing right to the line, which you will see. I won't give up, and the only time I'll really give up is when I come on the final corner and I do a bit of celebrations. I don't know if I do on this video, but I often do when I win, don't I? A few swerves or burn out or something. So -1 of fuel now. And you need to go to standard and probably even lean. I might do some alternative fuel saving, do I? Have done it in the past. Do I do it here? Again, this was so long ago. 24 seconds over now to Jack first. Now I think I can let myself run out of fuel before the end. No, I'm not. Big lifting coast there. There we go. And that puts me to optimal fuel. So, and there we go then. A little bit of oversteer to get me to the line. And a fairly dominant win in the end, it must be said. 24.3 seconds to the nearest guy. And let's have a look then. Race time. 48 minutes and 6.7 seconds was my time. Last year's race time, by Onage, the winning race time when he beat me by 14 seconds, his race time was a 48.10.7. So I beat his race time by 4 seconds, and I can't tell you how much satisfaction that gives me in that I am now absolutely sure that I did get some sort of glitch last year. I mean, I gained 18 seconds over the race on my last year's race time, And, you know, I had a solid race last time. I didn't make any mistakes or anything. I felt quick, and it just wasn't going quickly. And fastest lap, well, I beat my previous fastest lap by 1.5 seconds. And that just doesn't happen season to season. That just does not happen. So there we are, point proven. I'm happy with that. I will take that. So prove all you doubters wrong. I did have some sort of glitch last season. I know what I feel. And there we are then. So decent win though. Fairly boring, but like I said, it certainly motivates me, and it's certainly good fun for me to drive at least. Hopefully it wasn't too bad to watch. But I can tell you the next race will be Cody's League Championship, and it will certainly be a lot more entertaining race than that. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.